Ningum and Agandan, Gas-pi-izhitwaawaad, mewinzha nigitiziimag, bibooninig. Gas-pi-izhitwaawaad, Akawe Niwii-tibaajim, bibooninig. When it was winter, I watched my parents and what they did. Akawe Niwii-tibaajim, bibooninig, nigitiziimag, Gas-pi-izhitwaawaad, nigitiziimag. First, I saw them always harvest the trees, cut the trees, and then they'd cut them and split them, and bring them in there to where we lived. Nigitiziimag ga-iibajitwaawaad misan ga-onje-bizawaad. We used the kindling and to burn it. We only use those little kindlings to warm up the stove, in order to warm up at the stove or fire. Jibakwadong igogaye misan ita go ga abadakin. When she cooked also, those little sticks were used. Minawa ga mashkawadan nin itu zaga igan ga mashkawadan nin bawad doab ibiwad going go apane nit majidu nindede miko akea ga abajatu gigu yikid. And when it was strong, when the lake was frozen, and just started, or like when it was frozen, when the lake was really frozen, they'd go and drill a hole, make a hole, and that's how. And he didn't always start that way, but he didn't always like use a net to fish, my dad, but in the way that he did use it sometimes in order to fish, he used it when he fished. Ni mama minawa inyu oshimeyon ge abadin ningi o wabamag Gas-pi-izhitwaawaad, Akawe Niwii-tibaajim, Gas-pi-izhitwaawaad. My mom and her siblings, once I watched them when they set a net under the lake. I went by them to kind of watch. I went there to watch them, what they did. That net that they used the net when it was frozen in the lake. Akawe Niwii-tibaajim, bibooninig, Nigit came down, so we nigitiziimag. I don't know in what way how they did it then when they set the net, when they used that net. I know when they made that hole. Mewinzha got onje a sub, and they used it. They placed that net. Maja ga nigitiziimag ayapi. Perhaps it was when they perhaps I think they made the hole over the ice. They made the hole in the ice. Get out of there. Buna ishin, Majan. Michael Sullivan SR Miquam. And then Mitigawede ga onje majitawaad ogia tunawa minawa uede ga kije asawaad ma Anamibig inu asabin. And that tree there, over there, they started to use it, and they put it in. The one that's when they started, they put it in over there. Where the net was placed. Under or over? Going over. On the side, I believe. Under the net. Nigitiziimag nigitiziimag. And I went with him once to check nets. When they check nets. Mewinzha ascend asab mewinzha nigitiziimag. Akawe Niwii-tibaajim. Ogawan genuje minawago anigodonong ko Gas-pi-izhitwaawaad anujinong giguyang asabin. So over there, when we placed our nets and we started to pull, they caught those fish, a few different, a lot of fish, different kinds of fish. They caught walleye, northern, and once they got them, and sometimes they'd go and they'd go there and just a little bit. They're only there hanging there by a little bit, those fish in the net. They're kind of hanging out. They weren't really caught in it fully. Mizayangeko ogi tibit and nawan. and they caught liar, a burbolt. I'm not sure if I even said that right. It's a strange looking fish. Me tagij get McQueen Daman ko nandede azukid. Oh, and I remember my dad used to, when he told stories, or he told the sacred stories. Miko and ma michisagi iguyan da jingishinan da o bizindawangid ninde de gagigadod adazukid. And they're on the floor. They're on the floor. We were. There on the floor, someone spoke to me or told me. There on the floor, someone said to me, there on the floor, someone said to me to lay when I lay there, to listen to him, to listen to my dad when he talked and he told the legends. Mi ayikwa ane minwajin mode. And at that time, he started to tell a good story. At that time is when he told a good story. Mi sana iu onibag bama ninga gijam wabang dibika kaikwa ishpid dibikad. And now go to bed. Now go to bed. Bama banima amongst eventually Huh. Going to mewinzha nigitiziimag. Inga, I don't remember. If I had a guess, it's eventually when he finished, or I'll finish telling about him tomorrow when it's night. Now it is too late. At night. Gas-pi-izhitwaawaad. Why did that play? Sorry. And when you tell me the story, I felt like throwing up. And I could see it on your face, it was rough. Left a bad taste on your tongue. Mm-hmm. Oh my God. Love this song. Gas-pi-izhitwaawaad ko nagwanad ko wabuzon. My dad used to snare. Oh girl, always made me down. He used to snare them. He used to hang. Maybe I got a gudun mixed up in my head. This way. Okay, so my dad used to set a snare, and he'd snare a rabbit. Could be so okay. Migo kay ka-izhitwaawaad Niwii-tibaajim. And also, he'd snare those deer. My bad. Minawa ko shingobe gi tasunad. And also, he can snare those mink. We were perfect, but I never sway for no one. I just can't imagine could be so okay. Me what you wrote in that song about me. You said forever, now I travel on past your street. Drive past the place. So fucking love you, babe. He'd trap him. Migo guy got-izhitwaawaad inyuwaawashkeshe wan minawako shangweshe wangitasuunad. And also he used to snare those deer, and he'd trap those minks. Minks or minks? A munch. Ogi tasunan ko ge wajashkwan miko gae ga adawe gajin. Muskrat. He used to trap those muskrats. Okike. He used to trap those muskrats. And then also or he used to trap those muskrats in order to go and he'd sell them. Or he sells the ones that sell to the ones that sell. Gas-pi-izhitwaawaad waawashkeshe waayan
nigitiziimag ko mama namun minamuyag Gas-pi-izhitwaawaad ko Gas-pi-izhitwaawaad Niwii-tibaajim. They'd scrape they'd scrape that deer. And I watched my mom and those old ladies and what they did. And what they did when they scraped those deer. Mi'imagi-tibaajim mewinzha. Mi'imagi-tibaajim. And then there they'd find those trees. And they'd bind it there in the trees. And they'd tie him. There they'd tie him. Going to good enough. Yeah, tie him up.
So are they talking about how like they used to
A part of me wonders if they're talking about how they used to scrape the hides
when they tie them and stretch them, or if they're talking about how you hang them upside down or upside up, as I think somebody once said they did.
Michael
Niwii-tibaajim dago bajishka oganits ima gi padakwainig inu mitigun mi'imagi paswaawad inu wawashkeshiwayanan. they would. I just gotta check that I'm using scrape. Yep, it's scrape. Okay, so and there they'd scrape them, and then they'd cut them. Going, and then they'd build a fire there in a great kettle, and then they'd place a grate there with a big pot. They'd place the fat, little strips of fat or pieces of fat or what they scraped. So I'm so in love with you. Everybody knows that it's just you and me. Sweat and gold. They'd place, and in that pot they'd place the little fat pieces. And I'd take them off by hand. falling. Until they remove, and then they remove those little sticks. Or then someone removed those little sticks, and they smoked that deer. Gas-pi-izhitwaawaad Gas-pi-izhitwaawaad. And he smelt bad, that deer. And they smelt bad, whoever was the one that worked with that deer. Igwaga punzond aniche minomagwak inyu awash geshe ginoon. Eventually, falling again, I'm falling. Eventually, the one that it was singed, and eventually the one singed, and he started to smell good, and that deer and that deer Niganoon. Ogi Ozawa Kiziwawa Niwii-tibaajim Wayan. None. And then he browned up. And then they browned him they made him brown. They browned him up. That deer, and then Minawagi Chinuki Gizin Mi'imagi going. Mi'imagi Ojituwaad Inu Makizanon. And then they give me reason that you should be me. And then they made them really soft, and then they made moccasins. Or they made it really soft. No, they made him really soft. Anu jago ogi inabajaawan inyu wawashkeshi wayan nun. Wayan no wayan nun. And they used that deer in different ways. Going wika ninun dunzin ningkin dunzin dagi adawagewad itago kinagegu amagi ojituwad. I seldomly hear like I know that the ones that sell the ones that were sold that they sell ituko kinagegumagi I don't really know. I don't hear and I don't know all that they sold. Or all the things that they did that they made. Bashquegino Makizanon, like the boots, the winter. And we go to my house. The leather moccasins. Meanwhile, beka. Bashquegino Makizanon, meanwhile, Gibide a bizon. Muzin nigwad damawadigay. So the leather moccasins, the best, and what is? Hey, that's a book, but I know it's not a book. Oh, and they embroidered also. Miwing ko ni mama ga-izhitwaawaad bibooninig. That's what my mom did when it was winter. A kinako gegu ingimijimin genendede gapa agudun wabus wawashkeshe going wika pika. All the things that we ate, my dad snared rabbits and deer. A rabbit, deer. Gawing wika we ningi amwasiwanan. Ningi amwasiwanan. Jigag minahwa jangweshi. So it's seldom that we ate a skunkin. We did, or sorry, we never really ate skunk in Akawe muskrat. Mink? Oh, mink. Mish ita gikainaman ge ikadoyamban. And that's all. That's it. This is it. That I know that I did. Or that I want to say. That's it. That's all I want to say that about it, what I know.